We have this strange guy named Jay McGovern who thinks he ought to be in Congress. Let me tell you about Jay. Hold on a minute. Don't get so carried away about Jay. Jay's been doing things like this. He's been going around talking with people about issues. He's been talking about energy and about solar power and about wind power and about maybe we shouldn't be dependent upon fossil fuels, and maybe we shouldn't be dependent upon importing so much foreign oil, and maybe we ought to change the economy so that the guy at the bottom is not getting stepped on his neck and suffering so badly right now during the George Bush regime, and maybe we ought to have a little bit smarter foreign policy so that we're not antagonizing everybody else in the entire world. He's busy talking about issues. Can you imagine that he's talking about issues? We don't do that. We don't do that. He's running against Andrew Crenshaw. Anybody ever heard of Andrew Crenshaw? Andrew Crenshaw doesn't talk about issues. Heavens to Betsy. Andrew Crenshaw has parties. At parties, you're not allowed to talk about issues. Not at his parties. Andrew Crenshaw plays golf. He likes to play golf. He plays a lot of golf. He's very proud of it. He is maybe the very best golfer of the entire United States House of Representatives, and he is more proud of that than of anything else he's done in his life. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Does anybody remember Charlie Bennett? Everybody ever hear about Charlie Bennett? When Charlie Bennett was in Congress, if you wrote him a letter and said, I want to reply, Charlie, he replied, and he signed it himself. If you called him and said, Charlie, I want to talk to you, Charlie would call you back. Even if you never gave him a campaign check, Charlie would call you back. Not with Andrew Crenshaw. Andrew Crenshaw only returns phone calls to people who have given big campaign checks or who play golf with him. I want to make this a campaign about golf. Golf should be the thing. I want to take a stand against members of Congress who spend hours and hours out there on the golf course with their cronies. I want Jay McGovern to be my member of Congress. I want you to help Jay McGovern. Let's get the answer. Do you think we can help him win this thing? What do you think?
Yes, we can!
Do you think we can help Jay really do something big? What do you say?
Yes, we can!
Do you think we can pay attention tonight to whatever Jay has to say?
Yes, we
All right,
can!
Jay, let's do something, Jay. I want Jay to really do something. I want you to help Jay. I want you to help Jay.
Hey, thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm Jay McGovern. I'm an engineer. I'm a contractor, a veteran, a husband and a father, but I'm an American, most importantly. And these problems that we face are not Democrat problems, and they're not Republican problems. They're America's problems.
That's right.
And I tell you, I'm sick and tired of Democrats losing elections to people who are running our country into the ground. I'm sick of it. And I know you're sick of it. And I'll tell you, I don't know whether they're fools or they think we are. The facade that Senator talked about, we need to peel that down. And I'll tell you, when I was mobilized the first time in the Middle East, I learned some very important lessons. And one of the lessons that I learned was, this is where America's made strong. We've all been joking about Mary's speech, but she touched everybody in this room. She touched everybody in this room, and we made America a little stronger tonight with your remarks. Fortunately, we were separated by a little bit of latex. But seriously, we made America strong. America's not made strong in Washington, it's made strong right here. And as I go around this country, I realize why Congress's approval rating is in the toilet. Because they don't get it. They don't get that when we go fill up and gas is $4 a gallon, or and our food prices have gone up and our pay hasn't, that we're in a crisis. And the fact that they don't admit it is what we don't have confidence in. Either they don't understand it, or they do, and they don't care. And the truth is, before we can fix it, we have to agree there's a problem. And that's why there's no confidence. A vote of no confidence And I'm sick and tired of it. And we're going to fix it. It's going to start in North Florida. It's going to start in Nassau County, include Duval County. It's going to go all the way west to Tallahassee. All of the 4th Congressional District is going to speak loud and clear. I'll tell you, we just spent $150 billion on an incentive plan that was supposed to make us feel better.
Right.
It didn't make us feel better. $42 million of that money were spent sending a letter to everybody telling them expect a check. Listen, that $42 million could have fixed A1A. It could have fixed A1A right here. And that's what they don't get. It's not about raising taxes. They want to tell us that we're going to raise taxes. Democrats are going to raise taxes. No, I just want to stop wasting money.
Yeah.
Spend it on the things that we care about. I mean, that letter went from our hands to the trash can.
That's right.
A1A will be there for the next 30 years. I'm going to start spending our money the right way. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm not a politician. I've never run for office in my life. But I served in the Navy for 25 years. I was privileged to command 3 times. And I know that being a leader is not cake cutting and ribbon cutting. It's about making a hard decision. And if Congress wants to get their approval rating up, they need to bring home the bad news. They need to tell people, I'm not going to send you a tax refund check. I'm going to fix A1A. I'm going to put infrastructure in Madison County. We're going to get a carrier in Mayport. We're going to recapitalize our military. We're going to bring our troops home from the war they won 4 years ago. I'm sick and tired of this. And I hope you will be 94 days from now. Thank you. I have to tell you a true story. When I got mobilized, the first thing that happened when I got mobilized, my wife saw my golf clubs. True story.